Tiddly Peeps. Back at it again. Something a little different this time, but something similar I did last year around this time. Well, not this time, but anyways. Hockey season starting up. Today we're going to be doing my roller hockey memories. High school, every Friday or Saturday night, I would go down to a rink at Dirksen Elementary in Schaumburg. They had a roller hockey rink there. Lights went out at like 10 p.m. Played 2-3 pickup games. I was always a goalie. It was usually me and my friend Kevin for those things, but first we're going to start off. Well, first we're going to say what I'm smoking, of course. I got my Skull Meerschaum. In it, some Maltese Falcon. I freshly opened tin. I got it 2 Christmases ago from my Uncle Daryl. I can tell you, I rewatched my Maltese Falcon video from like 8 years ago or whatever, and it's completely different from fresh. It's 2 years age. A lot of Kias mellowed out really nice. So I definitely age your tobacco if you can help it, and cellar and all that. I also went to the international market and got some Croatian beer. So for all my Hrvati subscribers, živeli. So I first started goaltending around 6th grade. Got my first pair of pads for Christmas from my Uncle Daryl. And then we started playing at a rink near his house in Bloomingdale. The first time I did not have a mask the first 3 times. And I had braces at the time. I got a puck right to the mouth, cut my braces, my mouth was bloody. Also, for pretty much the whole entire time, I could not stop a wraparound or a 5-hole shot to save my life. Also, blocker side was a constant struggle as well, but over time I was a little bit better able to equip that. My dad also played with us, but he kind of only played like the first 3-ish times, and then he kind of stopped a little bit. Just after when he hit 45, he wasn't, playing sports that with us as much. We kind of used his stick as a stick if we wanted to play street hockey or something. It got used so much that I think right now the blade's only like started off at like 5 inches like high. Now it's like 2. So yeah, it was just like a floor hockey type of stick. I had like a wooden shearwood Brodeur stick. And then my Uncle Daryl had some type of like Easton Aginla stick, right-handed shot. Crazy thing about Aginla, he's a Hall of Famer, I think. His kid got drafted 2 years ago. That's how you know you're old, when the guys you watch growing up and the kids are playing. He got drafted by Utah, and there was a huge uproar about that when, 2 spots after that, the Calgary Flames, picked, and he wasn't on the board then, so the Calgary Flames fans were pretty pissed. But going back to my journey there, one of the last times I played with Uncle Daryl, I was in net. He was trying to get one of the pucks I had. I deflected with my blocker into the corner. That type of move, that's a star. That's a star qual or deflection there. Metallurg and Magnitogorsk, I'm available. I'm a free agent. Just call me over there. But when he was getting into the corner and grabbing that puck, he slipped on his skates, and turns out he broke his ankle, and he was in a boot for like 2 months. And every time after I saw them and we mentioned hockey, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that Eric, he boarded me." And it's like, I was a solid 10 feet away from you. It's not like I Ron Hextalled you and just absolutely just slashed you with my goalie stick. That's on you, bud. So after that, we kind of stopped playing with Uncle Daryl. We don't want to hurt him. Or no, I think we played like 2 times after that, but he retired skating for sure. And then I kind of started playing in my driveway. He gave me a net for Christmas, so I would just play. Usually it was just me and my friend Kevin, and we would just take turns being goalie. And my backhand top shelf on the right side, he could never stop it. I'd score like 5 goals in a row. And at my wedding, he was my best man, and he started, talking shit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so much better goalie than you. I used to score all the time." I just let him talk, but in my head, and I told him after this, I was like, "All right, well, I'll just let my backhand top shelf do the talking." But also my friend Mikey played with us a little bit, and he would just go like 2 feet in front of us and then just like slap shot as hard as he could. And it was nuts, and he's a big guy, and yeah, you could never stop him because he had no idea where the puck was going. Also, wearing goalie gear after Kevin, I wouldn't wish it upon my greatest enemy. That man has his own scent. I'm almost certain if I go smell my goalie gear in my parents' house 10 years later or whatever, that it still smells like Kevin. So going back to the high school days, usually it was me and Kevin on opposite sides. I remember one time he took a slap shot to the nuts. We stopped the game after that, of course. After that, he just like put a baseball glove in his pants as a jock. So I was like, I just had my jock from like Little League. It's from like 6th grade. Used it till high school or whatever. It's a pretty nice jock. Anyways, you don't want to hear about my jock. That's weird. One of the times I was playing goalie, I had to go cross crease in the splits. I still have no idea at that age how I could do the splits, but I did that. I was wearing jeans, and I just got home. I went downstairs, and my dad and my sister were watching TV, and my sister just starts busting out laughing. I'm like, "What?" And I look down, and my whole entire inseam is just completely ripped from the back to the front. And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm not wearing those jeans anymore." And after that, I started wearing sweatpants, get more mobility, and so I didn't rip my whole entire pants. In college, I tried skating a little bit on ice, and on the pond I was doing pretty good. Kind of just doing laps and backtracking. Sorry, I keep backtracking. I just kind of off the cuff here, but I tried skating in middle school a little bit on that same pond, but I couldn't skate that well. I'm known as, in the hockey circles, a bender. My knees bend, so I can't get good strides or anything. But my friend I just went into like a metal trash can, and he would just like roll me around the ice, which was like surprisingly really fun. When I was in college, I tried to do, after I saw that I was skating good, I was like, "Oh, let's try skating classes at the local rink or whatever." I get there, I don't notice for like 2 months or whatever that my, used goalie skates, where like the boot part wasn't attached to the skate properly, so they had to get me like 2 or 3 pairs of skates to see if I could fit. And by that time, like, it went like 40 minutes went by, and when I went back on the ice, I like did like a half circle along the boards, and my knees and my ankles hurt so bad that they had to wheel me off the ice in a office chair. So I was like, "Yeah, no, sorry, Metallurg Magnitogorsk, not sure about this one then." Going back to this season for the Hawks, not gonna be good. Hopefully the kids do good. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. I think that's about it. So if you just like this story time, be sure to be commenting, liking, subscribing, all the ings. Nuke that like button. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.